everybody. In 1961, Peggy was bought by her mum this beautiful Bernina for her 21st birthday present from Selfridges in London. And this, you have to excuse my talking, this is the Bernina 600, a basic free-arm zigzag simple machine, but my God, the quality is out of this world. And I'm just going to show you this. And the foot control down here has, some people call it condenser, some people call it capacitor, some people call it suppressors, but it's basically a spark resistor. And if they short, the machine can run on its own. So it's very important to always unplug it. It's a brilliant story. There's two stories in my sewing books. One of them's called The Suppressor Man Cometh, and the other one is about a very similar model to this. And the chap next door was mowing the lawn, and she saw him mowing the lawn out the back window. But then as the afternoon wore on and it got dark, still mowing the lawn. So she goes out, there's no one mowing the lawn at all. She comes in, the noise is coming from her back room. She goes upstairs, this machine is running flat out, and her Great Dane has slopped under the machine and has got his head on the foot control. And laying there, this monster with a head bigger than me, there's all bits of tapes and stuff that have vibrated off and dropped onto that dog, and it just sort of lays there, you know. And she unplugged it, and the machine sort of had a sigh and sort of ground to a halt. But I'm sure it still came up fine. It's one of the very few machines that can take that sort of hammering. But the funny thing with this is, you can look. This is. So 60, what are we talking, 60 years old this, absolutely beautiful stick. And what a lot of people don't know about the Bernina is it has a direct zigzag, so which means if you dial this, it forces the machine to do that exact width. A lot of machines, the zigzag sprung, so if it hits a bit of heavy work, it will just do a narrow, wide, whatever. But with the Berninas, it has to do what you set it. So it will do exactly what you do with it. So actually amazing control. Plus, of course, with this, you've got the needle positioner as well. But I can open it up because this is the great thing with Berninas. They just come apart so easily. Just bear with me, just cut the thread here. Everything takes a little longer. And yesterday, I had to go to Bexhill to have another CT scan, and I was horrible. Everybody knows who's had cancer knows they put stuff up there, and you lay there, and this is going to be funny. The radiologist, the expert, I'm not sure who he was. It took us over an hour to do 10 miles. God, the weather was filthy. It was dark. It was raining, and we got there, and the car park was like a lake. But Jana ran in, and she came out. She said, "Yep, they can do you straight away if you come now." But I couldn't get up the stairs, couldn't get the wheelchair out, so I got on the lift, and this chap helped me up. And we went from dark and wet to all modern and bright and electrics and everything. And you lay on the table, and they inject this horrible stuff into you. Everybody who's had this knows. And you get a horrible feeling all through your body, you get a horrible taste in your mouth, and you have to sign your life away. And I couldn't write, so this chap, he was so brilliant, he filled it all in, and in the end I just sort of scribbled, and that was it. And then I laid there like, you go through this big donut, breathe in, hold your breath, breathe out, oh my God, it's awful. And then I'm dying to go to the loo, I'm absolutely dying, but that's a good thing for the test apparently. No, he says, you wait, and afterwards I'll tell you where to go. So, the test is finished, praise the Lord, down, gripping onto down to the car park. Jana runs to the car in the rain, the car park's like a lake, and the lights from all the lights are all shining across it, and he points over to where we need to go, and I put my hand on Tom's shoulder. I've left my coat in the car because it all happened so quickly. And I said to Tom, I had the Woody hat on, I said, we've just got to go. So we go, and it rains thundering down. and I'm halfway across the car park and I'm not wet. And I said to Tom, this is really weird, like a miracle. I'm completely dry. And he said, no, the consultant's holding an umbrella over your head behind you. What? And he'd followed me out and he'd followed behind me. It was brilliant. Anyway, I got to the loo. And I'm in the loo. Everybody knows this feeling. And all of a sudden I start laughing and Tom shouts, "You right, Dad?" I'm really sorry, Tom. I was just thinking of the film with Gina Davis and Samuel L. Jackson called The Long Kiss Goodnight, but I changed the kiss to another word and I just started laughing. And oh God. Anyway, we got out, got to the car, drove through the floods, picked up a McDonald's on the drive-through, double cheeseburger, got home. We shared it with my little sister. Where are you, darling? Shared it with the doggy. So had a cheeseburger and chips. And then, I just went to bed. I hit the sack. 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm sitting on the edge of the bed. Knackered. Still can smell that horrible smell. You have all the effects of it as well. And all of a sudden, wallop. Punch on my arm. Pinch punch. Yana's come round, walloped me on the arm. 1st of March. Oh my God, we've made it to March. Everybody's had a hard time, haven't they, this last year? Everybody knows someone who lost someone. But we're still here. And we're still here. And this Bernina's still here. And Peggy promised it to me. And then she gave it to me. And we've got it all working perfectly. Let me show you inside why. This is one of the wonderful things with Berninas. They just all come apart. The early Berninas are just beautiful bits of engineering. The stick-born Swiss ones. Now, this direct drive on the zigzag. So whatever you dial in, it has to do it. The machine's got no choice. You get perfect zigzag. But also what it's got is that little thing there. Now that little thing, if you just watch this foot, if you just come around there and look at that foot there. Now you watch it moving up and down. Can you just see it? Ignore the needle and just watch that little thing moving up and down there. And what's that's doing is when the teeth are coming up, it's just removing the pressure a bit off the foot. And that's why you get such a tremendous feed. And the other thing with these Berninas, besides its beautiful free arm, is it's got two of everything. Two tension discs in there for double thread, 2 holes in there, so you can run 2 pegs there. You can run a double thread right the way through to the needle if you want to have double stitching. The other incredible thing is, just look at this mechanism here. This, I just started off like a little train, isn't it? It's just like the gearing on a train, like the wheel, and that is perfection in engineering. And all that goes to make a beautiful machine. Now, the only thing wrong with this, light switch is broken. So I've put a LED light in there, which is low wattage, no heat, so that can be on all day. But if ever, I'm just going to stand up a sec. If ever the lights break, now you can get these little plug-in things. That cost you $5 on Amazon or eBay or something. But you just turn it on, plug it into any USB port, and they're self-adhesive, and you can stick that wherever you want. So you can light the machine up wherever you want, and they are absolutely superb. Absolutely brilliant things. So you don't have to worry if your light breaks. You don't have to worry if your winder breaks, because you can get little battery winders as well. So you can keep these sewing machines running forever and a day. And aren't they beautiful? And I just thought you might like to see that. Bye for now.